Hi, this is Bob Filka, your State Association CEO. The week of January 23rd. This is our first video to create what we're calling our Friday finish. It's been a busy and historic week this week. The governor had her State of the State address. We're going to have Don Crandall update all of you on elements from her address that obviously we are interested in. It's the first time in over 40 years that the Democrats have controlled the House, Senate, and the governor's office. Your state association is going to be very, very busy, and it's going to be a different environment. We're working with a huge number of coalitions on the issues that impact our industry. We also are meeting with the Public Service Commission regarding some utility issues and concerns that we're hearing about across the state. Even though you may think of your team in Lansing as doing advocacy at the Capitol and in the courts, we can advocate for you and your company as well. So if you have an issue, whether it's getting a connection from your utility company, or if you have an issue with Eagle for a development permit, or MIOSHA is stopped by your work site and you have some citations, whatever the issue is, we're here to represent you, and don't hesitate to contact your team here in Lansing.
Happy Friday. I'm Dawn Crandall, your Executive Vice President of Government Relations for the Home Builders Association of Michigan. And as Bob mentioned, this was a historic week downtown. The governor gave her 5th State of the State address, and while she didn't specifically mention housing, we were encouraged with the conversations that we had surrounding housing at the pre-receptions that took place prior to her State of the State. We're very excited that Senate Majority Leader Winnie Brinks created a Housing and Human Services Committee in the Senate, and that Speaker of the House Joe Tate created a housing subcommittee that falls under the Economic Committee in the House. As Bob also mentioned, we are engaged in several coalitions, and next week we'll be updating you on the status of those. But this week, it was a very busy week legislatively, as the Democrats are wasting no time getting busy moving their agenda. The House and Senate both passed legislation that repeals the pension tax that was put in place under Governor Snyder's administration, of which we were part of that coalition. And we are currently taking a deep dive to see what the impact will be to you as those bills continue to move through the process. There was also an appropriation supplemental that was passed yesterday, Senate Bill 7, and there was $50 million for missing middle housing included in that appropriations budget. I would be remiss if I did not give a birthday shout out to the state of Michigan, which celebrated our 186th birthday on Thursday. Eat some cake this weekend, people.
Also, we're preparing to go to the International Builders Show, and I know a number of you are heading to Las Vegas next week. We hope to see you out there. Make sure you stop by our reception. It's from 4:30 to 6:30 on February 1st at El Segundo Sol. That's a wrap on our first Friday finish for the week of January 23rd. We'll see you next Friday.